Tonight on Bayou Time, Mayor Tommy Eshday joins us along with City Police Chief Scott Saveri. We'll talk about the state of the city of Thibodaux at the moment as they join us for their monthly segment to update us on the goings-on in the city of Thibodaux. Also, Jason Dagate provides us an update as he captured an interview with Sheriff Mike Waguespack in Assumption Parish regarding the tragedy that happened there this morning regarding a murder-suicide. That's all next tonight on Bayou Time.
Deep in the heart of the bayou, we are gathered here tonight. Now it's time for action, 'cause our lives are on the line. Tonight we'll do our very best to break through all the bureaucratic mess. The time has come tonight, 'cause it's Bayou time. Show what Louisiana's all about.
This Bayou Time is hosted by local attorney Jason Dagate.
All right, welcome back to Bayou Time. Good to be back on the set. I'm Jason Dagate, and if you're joining us live, again, it's Wednesday night, filling in for Martin False tonight. Happy to do so. And we have joining us on the set tonight the mayor of the city of Thibodaux, Tommy Eshday. On the right side of your screen is the chief of police for the city of Thibodaux, Scott Saveri. And we're happy to have them here, and they're providing us a little update. And before we get to the interview with Sheriff Mike Waguespack from Assumption, I want to welcome you gentlemen to the program, and we thank you for joining us. Wish you a belated happy 4th of July.
Same
I know
here.
y'all had a lot going on in the city of Thibodaux
Sure
over the
did.
weekend.
Had a great time, Monday afternoon with our Let Freedom Ring Festival over in Thibodaux. Had a great time, great program put on by our veterans and veterans associations over in Thibodaux. And as usual, a lot of fun for everybody. No rain, but boy, was it hot.
Yeah,
So
it sure was.
Yeah.
And Scott, I know, Chief, y'all were out in patrol and everything. Report crime-wise or any accidents or anything like that?
No, we had a fantastic holiday weekend. There were no fatal crashes, no serious injury crashes in the city of Thibodaux. Just fantastic, safe weekend.
Well, good. That's good news, and we like to allow you guys to report good news because unfortunately sometimes the bad news is reported too. And with that, we'll transition over to Assumption Parish before we go over and speak about the city of Thibodaux. Today, an unfortunate incident happened in Assumption Parish, another murder-suicide attempt, and Jason Dagate had an opportunity to go and speak with Sheriff Mike Waguespack.
Well, about 7:40 a.m. this morning, our 911 dispatch center received a call from a female indicating that her daughter had been shot by her boyfriend, and then the boyfriend then turned the gun on himself. To add further information, she then indicated that she was very concerned about a 7-month-old baby that was in the mother's arms, the deceased's arms, when she was shot. The baby was crying hysterically and in a pool of blood, so they were very concerned that the baby had been harmed. The suspect had shot his girlfriend and himself with a shotgun. So there was concern about the baby being hit. Once first responders and deputies arrived on scene, they found the victim being a Heather Grenier, about 26 years old, from Pierre, where she was residing in Pierre at the time. She died from apparent shotgun blast to the head. Then near her was the suspect, who was still alive. He actually had 2 self-inflicted gunshot wounds, one to the chest and one to to his head area. We believe he shot himself in the facial area. I said head earlier, but I meant facial area, and it wasn't. He didn't sustain any life-threatening injuries, and then shot himself in the chest shortly thereafter. He was flown by Katy ambulance to Our Lady of the Lake Hospital in Baton Rouge, where in an emergency room he did succumb to his injuries. This couple have just moved into this area within the past month and a half. They've resided together with her dad and her stepmother. Apparently, there was some discussion this morning about him going to work. He apparently was supposed to go seek or starting a job today, and apparently there's been some stress in the household concerning his lack of work or lack of ability to go to work. They have We've not had any reports of any violence or domestic issues at that residence since they've moved into town. We did go back and look at his criminal history. He does have some criminal history on his rap sheet. He has some drug charges as well as a conviction for aggravated criminal damage to property, which appears to have occurred in Concordia Parish. His probation was revoked because he didn't, follow the probation orders. So, he's 29 years of age. The suspect, who I haven't named yet, his name is, his name is Henry Walker Jr., 29 years of age, and he's from Sicily Island, Louisiana, which is North Louisiana. It sounds as if they relocated. There may have been some flooding issues in Vidalia, Louisiana, where they were most recently living due to the river rise. Apparently he's been unemployed, and there was a lot of pressure, I guess, on him within the household to go to work. And it sounds like that was the nature of the argument this morning. According to the father, everything was fine last night. It sounds as if he was very possessive with his girlfriend based on interviews we've conducted this afternoon with family members. So, again, this is just a tragic end to a domestic situation which should have never gotten here. Certainly we would have hoped somebody would have reached out for help to either involve law enforcement, counseling, or other family members. So, again, this is one of the situations where somebody along the way missed the signs or ignored to address the signs of an escalating domestic situation. We had a murder-suicide that occurred in Pierre during May. I mean, this is the second within 2 months. So no connection there. Different, I guess, circumstances leading up to this domestic murder-suicide. It's a sad reality, and we pick up the papers. It's not only here, but in other areas of the country and the state, where people are just they're reaching too fast to end their life, and they're taking others with them. And it really is, to be honest with you, a very selfish end to a situation where you take it upon yourself to kill an innocent person and then kill yourself. That's just a selfish way to check out. We need to do a better job of staying strong and facing the life, the issues that life deals us. I mean, that's reality. And the reality is that to be a responsible parent, you have a 7-month-old. We as parents need to get up, go to work, provide a safe and secure atmosphere for our family. For some reason, this couple or this individual couldn't get it together, and he chose to check out early. And to me, that's just a very selfish end. He is now orphaned a beautiful child who then end up in the custody of whomever. We hope that we assume that he's going to end up in place with other family relatives, but where is he going to be 20 years from now when he understands the history of what happened in his household and his early life? We know that 7 months old can, they'll hopefully eliminate this from their memory bank. They can usually recover from that, but again, one day he's going to learn the fate of his mom and dad, and that's just a sad reality to this situation.
And there you have it, Sheriff Mike Waguespack of Assumption, and as he said, another tragedy in Assumption Parish. Unfortunately, the second in less than about 2 months there. Same type of situation, although the facts were a little differently. And, I think he put it well on talking about the situation in general. And if you or yourself or someone you know in your family or a friend is having problems with whether it's an alcohol or substance abuse problem or family problems or a domestic issue, please call your local law enforcement agency, as this apparently is seeming to start to happen a little too often in our local area. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family and friends of all those involved in the incident, and of course the 7-month-old child who now has to live without family at this point in time. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the 7-month-old as well. With that, we'll take a short break. When we return, we have the mayor of the city of Thibodaux along with the police chief of the city of Thibodaux joining us. And the phone lines will be open if you need to make a call. If you have a comment or a question that's on your mind regarding the city of Thibodaux, 879-1231, 879-1231. Feel free to call and ask a question to the mayor or the chief of police in the city of Thibodaux. Phone lines are open, and we'll discuss, we'll have a a topic, and we'll discuss a number of things that are happening in the city. And as we mentioned, if you'd like to call in, please do so. We'll take a short break. When we return, we'll have an interview with Mayor Tommy Eshday and Scott Severi.